Welcome into Skyridge High School for KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week, presented by Heidemann and Associates, as we have the Region 3 Championship for you here between the Lone Peak Knights and the Skyridge Falcons. Thank you for joining us, everyone. My name is Dane Stewart. Excited for this one here tonight as the opening face-off underway. Skyridge able to possess, well, thought they had it. It'll be Lone Peak here in the black and gold on the road, winning the opening face-off. Lone Peak comes in 11-3 on the year, 4-0 in Region 3, and they've been led this year by Seth Lambert, the senior. Has been great for the Knights. 47 goals, 12 assists, shooting over 400 on the year. He's been spectacular in this great year for Lone Peak as they come in 4-0 in region play. Meanwhile, for the Skyridge Falcons, 15-0 on the year. Undefeated are the Falcons. 4-0 in region play. And for Skyridge, they have been led really by their junior, Cabell Buchner. Young man's had 48 goals, 39 assists. Been fantastic. Lead 6A in points as Lone Peak had an opening look there on the shot. Ringed off the post. And now Skyridge here looking for the clear. Starting goalies tonight for Lone Peak will be the senior Jackson Bevins. Young man has a .590 save percentage on the season for the Knights. Meanwhile, for Skyridge, their starting goalie will be Jackson Hansen, the senior. He's a little bit better. .721 save percentage as this deflected. Skyridge able to possess. Hansen, one of the best keepers in the state this year in terms of save percentage. We talked about that on KSL Sports Rewind this last week as Lone Peak here able to possess and now will work to clear in their own right. The winner of this one, a region championship, also maybe assured a top 5 seed. Is Lone Peak coming ahead here in transition. Hawkins feeding right in front, shot and a goal. Opening goal of the game goes the way of the Lone Peak Knights as Carson Harris, the senior, able to score it for Lone Peak, 1-0. But you see Lone Peak very quick on that clear, able to work it up ahead and got it Harris all alone right in front of the cage. Great start there for Lone Peak. We'll make it 1-0. We'll head back here for the face-off as Jackson Baird there for Skyridge. Nicholas Palmer in for Lone Peak, and Lone Peak able to come away with it. Palmer, just a freshman, a .491 win percentage this year on the face-off. Meanwhile, for Skyridge, Jackson Baird, a .625 face-off winning percentage. As Lone Peak, this is Cabell, will play this back with Dane Lambert. I like the cut of his jib. As Lambert here working up top now with Dom Weaver, the junior. Here's Weaver will give over. Dane will take a shot. And a good save put on there early by Jackson Bevins. Saw that well, took it away. This out of play will maintain here with the Falcons. Started by Forsgren, Dylan the junior attackman. As this pass into that backfield over and back, it'll be Lone Peak possession. Lone Peak with a couple early stops here in this opening quarter. As we approach 9 to go here in this opening frame. Lone Peak bring the offense ahead. Lambert look to the point here with Brian Owen. Christensen comes near side with Carson Harris. Christensen, he's got a little room here. He'll try that right side, trying to feed in front there, intended for Leishman. That pass could not be connected. Ground ball. A couple hacks there, and it's the long pull of Renner Farr coming away with it. Farr pushing ahead here for the Falcons. And now he will peel off. Let the offense for Skyridge come up. The Skyridge team, we talk about 15-0 on the year. Through their 15 games, 226 goals scored. It's been unreal. In fact, they only have 4 games this year where it's been less than a 10-goal difference by the end of it. That's how good their offense and defense have been, respectively, on each side. As Skyridge setting up here, Lambert will give this right over. Shot there and a goal. There's the first goal of the game for Skyridge. Comes from Tevin Ward, the senior, scoring to knot us up here at 1. Boy, you see Ward set that screen there, and the two Lone Peak defenders coming right up to play Lambert, and Dane very wisely gives it back over to Ward for the open rip, able to score it. A nice finish there for the senior. One apiece. This one played back, trying to be tracked down by Baird. And he'll come away with it. Baird across the midline, absorbing contact. Lambert gives over with Weaver. And Dominic about 10 yards out, trying to work inside there. Good defense by Aiden Campbell. As they'll play this back at X and now near side with Lambert. Dane. He's being defended by Bladen. Will work here on the angle. Cabell the shot and a goal. 49th of the year for Cabell Buechner as the Falcons take the lead here with 7 to play in the opening quarter. Boy, and you see how crafty he is, that quick shot, and it looks like they have him defended okay, but Cabell still able to get it away. Beautiful rip. And we're at 2-1 here. This face-off kicked back. Lone Peak, a long pull of Railsback, able to come gather it. That one leapt out. Railsback trying to stay on it. He's got it. Stick check there from behind by Farr. But Lone Peak still on the possession. Working back from X. Fenton with it. Looking in front of the cage. He'll come around. Tough angle, and that just hit off the far post. Boy, somehow able to peel that around. A couple ringed shots here for Lone Peak in the early goal. And this one intercepted, maybe, as Acetis able to come away with it for the Knights. Played to the middle. That pass could be brought down by Lambert. Skyridge now working on the clear. Here comes Seth Newman across the middle. Newman with space. Numbers here for Skyridge, as Newman here will survey the defense, and we'll play back here to Lambert, and eventually I thought it was going to go to Buechner. Instead, Lambert here will hold. Midway through this opening quarter, 2-1, the advantage for the undefeated Falcons. Lambert working right side. Double team comes over on the slide. He'll play back up. Buechner. Now he's got a little lane down the middle. That shot sailing. Contact there by Lone Peak. Maybe sent that high. Backed up here by Skyridge and Dylan Forsgren. Nice bit of moves there. Cabell playing to Lambert. Couldn't catch that. Trying to regather it here off the turf. Ball being traded by both teams as Butterfield comes away with it. Butterfield trying to wrap around. He'll take the shot just wide and backed up here for Skyridge. Forsgren plays over. Extra pass now is Lambert. Plays behind goal. Working around. Thought about the shot there. Trying to work around the D there. Boy, Newman couldn't quite keep it. Lone Peak now on the run. Here come the Knights. Bean, the stick check, or the check there, I should say, jars that wide, and it will be Skyridge possession. Approaching 4.5 minutes left here, opening quarter. As here's Weaver. Weaver. A slide there by Rails back, got around him. Back at X, worked up. Lambert. Wanted to give that over. Nice job coming up to possess there by Tevin Ward. Here's Dane. Cabell trying to work around the defense. Plays here to GLE. Butterfield back up with Buechner. Lambert. A little bit of room there in the middle. Now works away from it. Good help there on that Lone Peak D as Weeks came over there on the slide. Excuse me, that was actually Quinn Myers. Buechner will work on the running start. Cabell tried to play behind. Bevins able to reach out but couldn't possess it. He's got it now in the crease. Lone Peak to clear. Dunn will play back over to Bevins. Skyridge continuing with the pressure. Got to get this ahead. And they will. Here comes Seth Lambert. Navigating through this Skyridge D. Worked in front. That one lost right in front of the crease. 4 Skyridge defenders there to help take it away for the Falcons as Dom Weaver here across the middle. Buechner. And we've got failure to advance. Had to touch it inside the 30 there. And was just a second late. So Skyridge will turn it over. 2:45 left here, opening quarter. 2-1. Skyridge very aggressive on the stick checks. They've done a nice job. As here we've got a timeout taken. Yes, we do. 2.5 to go here, opening quarter. Skyridge with the 2-1 lead over Lone Peak. You're watching KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week, presented by Heidemann and Associates. Coming back from this timeout. Skyridge possession. 2-1 Falcons. Early goals from Tevin Ward and Cabell Buechner. Skyridge starting to settle in here with possession these last few minutes. A shot there and scored. Buechner with another rip. His second of the game, 50th of the year for Cabell Buechner as it's 3-1 Skyridge. Boy, a lot of heat on that shot from Cabell Buechner. Absolutely jumped on Bevins, and one of the things that I haven't seen Skyridge prior to this game, why we want to do this one so badly. One of the things that we are learning quickly is when Skyridge has that ball, it doesn't, well, it's not good for the other team. And they've had good possession here these last several minutes. We'll restart here. By the way, I love the celebration there by Cabell. A little eating the corn on the cob there. It's well done. Creative. This face-off being battled. Lone Peak with the win thanks to Nicholas Palmer. Here's Harris. Plays his back up. Pugh, been a while since Lone Peak's been able to kind of set their offense up here. Aceves working to the middle. He'll play there on the angle. That pass, no one home, and it is back to Skyridge. A couple early miscues here from Lone Peak. That one an unforced turnover. Had a couple others where the checking of Skyridge, both physical and stick, have caused problems. And speaking of unforced, that one couldn't tell if the sun played a part or not. It will head back here to Lone Peak. 90 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Emmett Fenton working to the middle. Defended there by Moore. Now near side, Hawkins will play back up. Fenton had a little angle there. Great job by Moore keeping that stick engaged. Pugh. Fenton coming around. Little extra room there, shot on the goal. Great answer as they get it to their, Lone Peak gets it to their leading goal scorer, Seth Lambert, scoring his first tonight. And you see that work from X. And I love the catch there by Lambert, able to find just enough room for that step inside. Get a little better angle, get nearer. And Lambert able to score back to a 1-goal difference here late in the first. Palmer's more than held his own here on the faceoffs in this opening quarter as this one scooched ahead. Gathered there momentarily by Lone Peak. Cabell had a chance at it. But Lone Peak coming back to possess here thanks to the man who started it, Nicholas Palmer. Here's Fenton. Down to 20 seconds left in the opening quarter. Emmett. Slide coming over. He'll turn around and score. Emmett Fenton. Boy, that slide came. He goes the other direction. Fenton with the goal to tie things up here at 3 with 12 to play in the first. Boy, that decision caught me a little by surprise. Not that it was a bad choice, but just normally when you see that slide come, you'll try to work that ball around. I like Fenton there, just taking the shot, throwing it on Cage. Able to beat Hansen. Face off here. Lone Peak comes up with it. Myers, can they get a look? That is possessed in the crease. A long clear here for Skyridge. Disrupted, and that will do it. 12 minutes in, we are tied up. Skyridge, Lone Peak at 3 here in the Region 3 Championship. You're watching KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week presented by Heidemann and Associates. Start of our second quarter. 3 apiece here, Lone Peak, Skyridge. Talked about the implications of this game, obviously on region, but also on RPI, which, speaking of, is set to be released next Saturday. That will be Saturday, May 10th. You're going to want to make sure that you, May 10th. You're going to want to make sure you join us if, well, I'm not going to say if. You're going to want to make sure that you join us. 10 a.m., Saturday, May 10th, we'll have our live bracket reveal as we'll show you all the seating, 6A, 5A, and 4A. Come join us on KSLSports.com for our live bracket reveal. Lone Peak here with the possession to start this second quarter. Tried to feed in front there for Harris, and not clearly a pass. It will head the way of the Falcons. That turned over on the shot just wide. Good rib there by Seth Lambert. Trying to be aggressive here as you see Hansen slip back into the cage. A little bit of room there. Here's Pugh. Lambert. Coming back with Fenton. Emmett. Found a little lane, and Emmett Fenton with his second of the game. Both similar in terms of trying to fight through some of those double teams, and that time Fenton able to just beat Hansen, gives Lone Peak the 4-3 lead. This face-off being battled for. And Lone Peak coming away with it. Last couple minutes of that first quarter. Nice surge by Lone Peak. Continued here in the second. Ground ball. Fed to the angle. That shot ricocheted on its way. This will stay here with Lone Peak because they continue the pressure here. Do we have a timeout maybe taken? Official there. You're having a conversation with the sideline. Not quite certain the basis of it, but appear to have things worked out. Lambert. Shot there, saved by Hansen. Boy, good for him to get a save. At giving up a couple, and mentioned he's been one of the top, if not the top, from a save percentage standpoint all year. This one lost near that line. Lone Peak trying to sweep it back in. But good for Hansen trying to get that confidence going again. Very confident goal. He's had a great year. See if he can kind of build that back up here to continue to try to anchor this Skyridge defense. Here's a run coming right in. Hansen able to fend it off. And the closest to there was Hansen, able to win it on the chase. It'll be Skyridge possession. Lone Peak petitioning. I don't know that it's going to change the call here. And now we've got a timeout being taken. So we'll step aside here. Timeout, Skyridge. 4-3, Lone Peak with the lead. 8 to go here in the second. Welcome back. Inside 8 to go here in the second quarter. 4-3, Lone Peak with the lead. Appreciate your patience. We'll get our scoreboard and things here caught up for you shortly. Skyridge led 3-1 with a couple minutes left to go in the opening quarter for Lone Peak. Scored a pair to tie things up at the end of one, and then Emmett Fenton scoring his second of the game early in this second quarter to give Lone Peak the 4-3 lead, and that's where we sit. Here as we are approaching the midway point. Your goal scorers today for Skyridge. Cabell Buchner has 2, Tevin Ward with the other. Meanwhile, for Lone Peak, we mentioned Fenton has 2, Harris and Lambert each with 1 to lead the way for the Knights. This is Cabell Buchner. He'll take a shot here and scores. Cabell Buchner with the answer. His third of the game, a hat trick for Buchner. And unofficially his 90th point of the season. At the 7-minute mark. This one gathered by Lone Peak. Little room here. 5-hole and a goal. Lone Peak with the immediate answer. Carson Harris with his second of the game. Boy, beautiful job as Lone Peak continues to be really strong on the face-off. And this one able to work to Carson, and great start for him. A pair for him, a pair for Fenton. We talk about, to start off the broadcast, and for those who missed the opening minutes, can go back on YouTube and watch the game in its entirety, just go to the YouTube channel, Rewind Sports Network. But we talked early about Seth Lambert has been one of the leading scorer this year for Lone Peak. But we did not talk about the support of Fenton and Harris, 2 and 3 respectively in goals for this Lone Peak team. And they have showed up in that fashion here this evening. In this Region 3 championship, last region game for both these two teams, both coming in 4-0. A hard check there. And we'll get stoppage here. And now a late flag going to come in. Of course, while we have a moment, we'll take a moment here and just let you know the clock you see on your screen unofficial. At times we start it early, stop it late, that sort of thing, as we do our best to keep it trued up with the official clock here in the stadium. As we have our first call of the game, and it's an offside call here on Skyridge. That'll be a 30-second technical. So Lone Peak will go man up for the first time tonight. In play, Pugh will start it. Works on the angle, now back with JB. Trying to get that defense moving. They get it to Lambert, coming around and scoring. Seth Lambert going top shelf. Boy, they do such a good job of freeing that up. Right, kind of in that slot area. You see them work outside, and then Lambert coming around the screen off ball, able to catch it quickly, throw it on goal. And it's a 2-goal lead here for Lone Peak, their largest of the contest. Skyridge had a 2-goal lead in that first. And now Lone Peak with the 2-goal lead. This coming near side and will get out of bounds. And it will be Skyridge possession. Started here with Butterfield. Here's Lambert. Dane being forced wide. We'll get that over. That one jarred loose, and now a whistle coming in here. I think cross-check going to be the call. Push will be the call here. My apologies, as Bean will have to come off. So Skyridge now will go man up for the first time tonight. This also will be a 30-second technical. That pass couldn't be handled. They were trying to get it to Forsgren there. Ground ball kept here by Lambert. Inside 5 to go. Skipped across. Lambert will take the shot. And that backed up here by the Falcons. Dugner works back. Nice series of passing. Set it up and score. They go from the point angle and then dissect it as Dylan Forsgren able to score from kind of that island area. His first of the game, 38th of the year. The whole Skyridge back to within 1 on the man-up goal. This face-off headed north. Gathered by the Falcons as Hansen here trying to deal with A little bit of pressure, the long clear over the head. And that able to be tracked down. Look out, here's Butterfield. Butterfield sends to the middle. That pass couldn't be handled there by Weaver. Bouncing around, Lone Peak has it. Boy, Lone Peak able to just get out of that sticky situation. It looked like Skyridge may have had a great opportunity there for the rush. This pass sailing over the head of his teammate. He'll head back here to the Falcons. Lambert. As we're inside 4 to go here in the half. That pass, Forrest Green able to maintain it. Green sends out. Coming to the point, shot there, taken away. Bevins with maybe his best save of the night. Going to take that one away from Buchner, and this will be Lone Peak possession. Turned over. Look out. Butterfield, the shot and goal. We're tied up at 6. Butterfield. 6-6. Skyridge able to tie it up thanks to Carson Butterfield's first of the night, 22nd of the year, taking advantage there of the Lone Peak turnover. Talking to people before the game, so this one I think is going to be close. It's been that way all night. Each have had a two-goal lead, and each have now come back from a 2-goal lead, or deficit, I should say. As this face-off kind of battled for here. Still, ground ball gathered there by Farr. And we've got, well, this is not what you want to see if you're Skyridge. That's Buchner just getting back to his feet now. We talked about the scrum there at midfield for that face-off. And boy, he's back down here on the turf. Boy, you do not want to see that. The state's top point getter. Good to see him back up. Talk about a dream year for Skyridge. I mean, the first opportunity for them to win a region championship, obviously top 3 in the RPI, and a lot of that hinges on that young man coming off right now. It's such a key part of this Skyridge offense. He'll be okay. Skyridge starting here. Send back at X. Here's Butterfield. Coming here with Newman. Now at the point. Worked around. Lambert. Cabell here on the sideline, not really being looked at by trainers. Appears to be able to put weight on it. Move. I'm guessing we'll see 99 back on the field here pretty soon for Skyridge. Meanwhile, here's Lambert. Dane working to the middle. He'll come near side. Newman back at X now to Forsgren. Dillon. Send to the point. A rip there, saved by Bevins. Second chance opportunity to try to be kind of swatted at. Could not connect. Ground ball here. Lone Peak trying to possess. And we'll get whistles here. Do we get a timeout? Nope.
Push in the back. Skyridge ball.
Loose ball push there. My apologies. There's Newman. Tried to feed Butterfield. Could not. Swept up Lone Peak. Now on the run. Look out. Lambert with room. flag coming in, but a goal from Seth Lambert. They were kind of shaking off the defender. Lambert sticking with it. He's got the hat trick tonight as he scores his 50th of the year to give Lone Peak the 7-6 lead here with 1:24 left in the half. Did call a slash there. And so Lone Peak now will go man up here for a minute. Chance for Lone Peak to get that multi-goal lead back here. It will be Knight possession. Now Lone Peak going to take a timeout here. Stop the clock at 1:09, so we let ours get trued up there. Timeout, Lone Peak. Man up for the Knights when we come back. Welcome back. Lone Peak, man up here, 7-6 lead. Well, they did put more time on the clock there. Just caught that, my apologies. We're going to let their clock catch up to ours. 1:07 on their clock. There we go. Inside a minute left here, opening half. Hawkins works back up. Fenton giving here to Aceves. Extra pass on the angle shot there. Fought off by Hansen.
Save, Jackson Hansen.
Good save there by Jackson. And now we've got another whistle. Another timeout here taken, I believe.
Timeout.
Side, 40 seconds to go. 7-6, Lone Peak out in front. Welcome back out of this Lone Peak timeout. Final of the half. So 30 seconds left. Skyridge just killed it off. Back to even strength. Here to the middle. Aceves, that was just wide. Backed up here. 12 to play in the half. Point. That in front. Good shot and a goal. Carson Harris with his third tonight. Boy, and they get that aggressive Skyridge defense hard on the close. Good ball movement. Sets up Carson Harris right in front of the cage as Lone Peak scoring here with 5 to play in the half. They take an 8-6 lead. Such good patience there by Lone Peak. We've seen it in their offense multiple times here in this first half, where an extra pass and a great job of freeing up their scorers, getting room and good looks. As the final seconds come off the scoreboard in the half, and that will do it. We are at the break. 8-6. Lone Peak leading Skyridge here in this Region 3 battle on KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week. Start of our second half. 8-6, Lone Peak leading Skyridge here on KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week. Our Region 3 championship. And boy, these two teams each have fought back, battled, been an entertaining game back and forth all night. As we get ready to start this third quarter, we'll talk about goal scorers here unofficially as Skyridge winning this second half face-off. 4 different goal scorers for the Falcons, and Cabell Buchner with 3. He's got the Hattie tonight. Meanwhile, for Lone Peak, just 3 different goal scorers. Lambert and Harris each with 3 goals. The other 2 contributed by Emmett Fenton. The trio of Lone Peak contributing all their goals here tonight as Dom Weaver with it here for the Falcons. We'll play back at X. Both these two teams shoot incredibly well. We've seen that here as that shot couldn't get enough on it. It'll be gathered by the Knights as they work here on the clear. Coming ahead, a little bit of room here. Extra pass to the angle, shot there, saved by Hanson. Good save for him. Talk about these two teams. Their shooting percentages, .348 for Lone Peak as Skyridge on the other end, able to score and pull back to within one as that able to beat Bevan as it was Dylan Forsgren with his second goal of the night. We talked about the shooting percentage for Lone Peak at .348, .382 shooting percentage for Skyridge coming into this one. We'll see them scoring on an early shot here in this third quarter. Both of these two teams look for opportunities to run, look for opportunities to get one-on-one matchups with the goalie. I think each have benefited from that here in this game tonight. As this face-off forced wide before Palmer able to scoop it up. Lost as he was trying to pass it back. Maintained momentarily by Dunn. Bridger still with it here, working across. Couple stick checks there. Dunn still with it. That long pull, finally lost it. Thanks to Randall Farr here with it for the Falcons. They'll work ahead to the other long pull more. Now a little bit of space here for Newman. Seth coming ahead, will touch in, and now we'll look here to Buchner. Cabell back on the field. I mentioned we thought we'd see him. Great news. Best offensive players in the state this year. Being double teamed here, Cabell. Get it back up. Buchner got around the long pole, shot there just wide. Backed up here by Skyridge. Forsgren to start it. Sends up Butterfield. Not much lane there to shoot from. He'll work to Lambert. To Dane. I don't think defender that screen much better that time. That shot wide, backed up here. Butterfield tried to send to the point. That one over, and it is back to Lone Peak. Comes near side with Harris. Seth Lambert plays back. Seth now works to Hawkins. Sevis to Fenton. Emmett. He's got a little room here. Fenton. Thought about it. Feeds in front, shot taken away by Hanson. Great move. We've seen Fenton a couple times on those quick little spins, taking shots. You saw the slide there from Skyridge. I love the idea to get the Harris right in front. Jackson Hanson keen to it. Now Skyridge try to get the clear, can't handle it. It is back to Lone Peak. Pugh. Back at X. Fenton thought about it. Angle shot, top corner. It's Seth Lambert with the goal, pushing it back to a 2-goal lead here for Lone Peak. That ball just never really gets stuck. This Lone Peak offense, always moving. Great job kind of quickly getting rid of that. We'll get to Lambert as he scores his 4th tonight. 7:45 to go. This face-off gathered by Bear. Jackson will give here with Buchner. Cabell. Sun setting here. The shadows kind of going away. See a little direct sunlight left here on the field. Cabell will take the shot, and it was wide, backed up here. With Forsgren. Little room, the shot and goal. Really cannot come off the player like that. Tevin Ward rips it for his 2nd of the game. You can kind of see that he had a little bit of separation. Able to quickly throw that on frame and score. Got to stay tighter there. Skyridge with another answer here. Start that had us all on the edge of our seat. He's sitting there just waiting for that whistle to go. Lone Peak able to win it. Harris. Seth Lambert. They'll bring Icing up. Lambert still on it here for the Knights. Goes to the angle. Shot there and a goal. Isaac Leishman with the goal. How about the response from his team? They come over and mob the senior. As Leishman able to answer here for the Knights. We talked about the trio. For Lone Peak has been responsible for so many of their goals this year. And about two-thirds of their goals, actually. So when you can get support outside of that, boy, can do so much for your team. And the procedure here will give it back to Lone Peak. So our clock just a little ahead, so we're just going to be patient on starting ours. So 6:15 left here in our 3rd. Somehow Seven's able to come away with that. David's still on it here. Little lane here to the goal. Feeds over. And Lone Peak back-to-back goals quickly just like that. It is Carson Harris with number 4 tonight. And the largest lead of the game now at 3 for Lone Peak. That all starts really a set us being strong on the stick. The double team kind of bounced around, was able to navigate around, had the lane through, kind of took on one more defender. And then again, we talk about this Lone Peak team. They are not afraid of getting that ball moving. I love the unselfish play to get over to Harris. One-on-one finish. We talk about the goal scoring of these two teams. We're not talking about the assisting ability of these two teams. Lone Peak coming in to tonight, assist on about 2/3 of the goals that they've scored. Here's a rip from Baird. Took a hit after the shot there as he'll come back. This is backed up by Skyridge. They'll maintain it. Here's Butterfield. He's got room. Feeds over. Shot. Goal. Skyridge with the answer. As Tevin Ward with his 3rd of the night. Skyridge with a little ball movement of their own. Tevin kind of recognized he had room, able to put it on cage and finish. Skyridge with a face-off win. One of the things we were looking at coming into the game tonight, we talked about Skyridge early on, and only 4 games that have less than a 10-goal difference on the year this year for Skyridge, who's undefeated coming in. But for Lone Peak, this is kind of a surprising note. They're 3-2 in games where they allow 8 or more goals. Obviously, they've allowed more than 8 now. See if they can hold off this Skyridge team here for the last quarter and a half. It's Fenton from X. Live here with Pugh. Cetis coming back. That shot was wide and backed up there by Lone Peak. Lambert. Works over Fenton. Back to Seth. And we're right inside. It's Harris. Boy, I'll tell you what, Carson Harris is just living in that slot area tonight. His 5th goal of the game, and they've all come from only 5 to, well, really maybe 3 to 8 yards away. It's been Carson Harris just right in front of the goal. Lone Peak's been able to continually just beat him time and time again, and this paid big dividends for the Knights. Face off. Collected by Lone Peak. Palmer been so good in the spot tonight. Freshman played extremely well. Leishman. With Fenton, they work it around. Room here, and saved by Hansen. Had a lot of heat on it, coming there from Seth Lambert. Hansen from the near side. Leggett is ahead, knocked down by Seth. Lambert's got it. Numbers here for Lone Peak. Lambert to the cage, shot on a goal. Seth Lambert pushes it to a 4-goal lead off the turnover.
Let's go Falcons, you're going to say good.
5th of the night for Seth. Carson Harris also with 5. We've got just over 3 to play here in our 3rd. Skyridge needs a surge. Get some momentum back. Hansen working up through Dane Lambert. He's got room in front of him. Lambert coming up. And that pass was deflected. Nice piece of work there by Corbin Ray. Buechner now to exhibit patience. Kevel had 3 goals in that first half. No goals here in this 3rd quarter. As a flag coming in here. Buechner staying on it. Little shot there, saved by Bevins. And now we'll get the call. Skyridge about to go man up. Thanks to the strength and craftiness there of Campbell Buechner. This will be a 30-second technical. 32nd man up here for the Falcons. The team's been really have ran really well on their man-ups tonight. There's Buechner, skips across. That pass able to be retrieved by Ward. About 10 seconds left here. Skips over, shot and a goal, top side. It is ripped by Dylan Forsgren as Skyridge capitalizes on the man up.
Assisted by Dominic Weaver.
Third of the game for Forsgren, 40th of the year for the junior.
Okay, let's go, Skyridge.
Just as that man up was ready to come off the board. Face off, going back and forth. Skyridge able to possess. Thanks to Baird. Baird. He might try to attack. Little stick check from behind there by Rosbach. Ground ball here behind the cage. Inside 90 seconds to play here. We've got whistles. Bush here will keep it here with the Falcons. Newman. Here's Lambert. Dang, nice move, the shot, and taken away there by Bevins. Inside a minute here in this third. Skyridge trying to put pressure on. Seth Lambert had that jar loose, swept back. Got to hurry and get this up. That won't be touched, as it will be Skyridge possession. Timeout taken here by Lone Peak.
Lone Peak.
35 seconds left. Lone Peak granted a timeout here. Watching KSL Sports Rewind's game of the week. Welcome back as we get ready. Close out. Final 35 seconds here of this third quarter. UVU Lacrosse was in the house tonight. Awesome to see. Great year. That one lost momentarily. Flag coming in. Hey, real great height on that flag. My goodness, that was a good 30 yards in the air. Real faithful over there as the flag here, the illegal body check called on
Lone Peak charge.
Lone Peak. It will be Skyridge with a man up here. 25 seconds left. I don't think. Interesting to see how they try to play this. How aggressive they may be. Still don't have a play in the box here. Go. So Skyridge, if they elect to hold it, then they would start the fourth with the possession. Seconds left here. They get the touch, and looks like Buechner may do just that. Would drain about half of the man up, and indeed that will be the case. No sense in doing anything other than that now. So we'll head to the fourth. 13-10, Lone Peak with the lead.
All right,
in this Region 3 Championship. You're watching live on KSLSports.com. Start of our fourth quarter, 13-10, Lone Peak. Skyridge starting here with the possession as their man up here for about another 30 seconds. I think it's 35 seconds, I believe. Lone Peak able to extend their lead by one in that third. That pass disrupted there by Christensen. It might have been Corbin Ray, as this one just in the crease there for Bevins. And now Lone Peak working on the quick clear here as final seconds coming off this penalty. This one sent ahead, a little wide, and it will head out. It will be Skyridge possession, though, back in their defensive end. The final seconds. They have not started the clock here. There we go. Now back at even strength. Lone Peak added their momentarily. Tracked down by Skyridge. Buechner. Lambert. Open up. Newman. He's back to X here with Forsgren up top. Push a pass to Buechner. Cabell in the middle, trying to feed in front. That one trickled wide. Kept here, rip, and taken away by Bevins. Able to see that well. Lateral plane shot that Bevins get to and stop. Lone Peak coming ahead. Their possession. We approach 10 left here in regulation. Let's roll back here to Pugh. And now Aceves. You're set. Can be as patient as they want. No shot clock here in Utah. You see, they're just working around here. Skyridge wants to stay packed in. It's just time coming off. Aceves will play back here now. In for an extra pass. Short angle shot, maybe hit off the post. And it is Lone Peak. No, Skyridge. No, it is. Okay. Boy, those hand signals. I thought we were going to go each way at different points there. Here's Lambert. Where it's tricky, because if you come out to defend, you expose yourself just like that. Seth Lambert looking top side, and that one just off the mark. Is backed up, though. Lone Peak will maintain it. This is almost a 2-minute possession here for the Knights. Fenton. Aceves. Works back here to Harris. Big nights for Harris and Lambert. The pair of them have 10 goals combined to lead the way for Lone Peak. Talk about how big this game is for RPI and other things. Lambert here, extra spin. And he'll just now peel it out. But corner Canyon sit at number 1 in 6A. And if you're everyone else in 6A, you'd like to be away from them as far as possible. That's why this game's so important. The potential for a 2 or a 3 seed on the line. Skyridge would probably certainly have one locked up with the win tonight. Lone Peak came into this game at number 5. We've got a call here away from the ball. We'll give it to the Falcons, but that's a 3 minutes coming off the clock there on that Lone Peak possession. But when you talk about Lone Peak, a win here over number 3 team would certainly help their RPI. They got to move up 2 spots to get to that 3 seed. And of course, want to remind you, you can join us on KSLSports.com on Saturday, May 10th at 10 a.m. as we'll have that live bracket reveal for 6A, 5A, 4A. We'll have some live look-ins. Going to be all sorts of fun. Again, that will be Saturday, May 10th at 10 a.m. on KSLSports.com. Here's Buechner. Cabell works over, step in. That shot backed up here. The slot. Shot in the goal. Boy, a grounder there for Tevin Ward. Able to get past Evans. Evans might have been just late on that. Thought he did a good job sealing it, but slips by him. Tevin Ward with his 4th of the night. And Skyridge getting that critical first goal. Well, it all starts with one. Now what you can do is have a couple more of those 3-minute Lone Peak possessions here. So these face-offs become of ever-increasing importance for the Falcons. This face-off being battled for, Skyridge wins it. Just what they needed. Now can they get another goal? Slid back. Forsgren looks to Buechner. We approach the midway point here of this 4th quarter. Jarred loose, Lone Peak with it now. We talked about Lone Peak needing a win tonight for RPI seedings. They are down from the 3 seed quite a bit. Extra pass here, shot. And that hit off, maybe off the post there. And it would be Skyridge ball. Skyridge coming into this game with an RPI of .729 in the number 3 seed. Farmington at .687, Lone Peak at .669. There's a lot of points Lone Peak has to make up to surpass Skyridge. That would certainly help. But boy, I don't know if there's enough room there for the Knights with just, I think just one game remaining. It'll be against Wasatch next week. Buechner. Of course, that 4-5 seed would potentially match up with Corner in the semi. Skyridge right now safely on the other side. We'll see RPI implication should this result hold, but Skyridge still with 5 to go here as Butterfield will come near side to Buechner. This is the guy. 3 goals in the first half. 90 points on the year. Sends over. That pass off the mark, and it will head back to Lone Peak. Inside, 5 to play. Knight possession.
Your team is down 2 in the championship, and you're under blood right now. Stand up!
Lone Peak trying to clear. This will go back to, I think, an illegal screen to call there.
Under 5 minutes left. We're down to, let's go, Skyridge.
4:45 left. And we've got timeout. Yeah. Timeout, we'll step aside. Skyridge trying to mount a comeback here in the Region 3 title. Skyridge ball.
That's a liability.
Buechner starting with it. Double team, now triple team. They will get it ahead. Here's Ward, the leading scorer tonight. Leading goal scorer, I should say, tonight for Skyridge. Weaver. Lone Peak collapsing down so quickly. Ward able to escape there. Tracked down here by Dom. Here's Butterfield. To Weaver. Thought about it. His footing betrayed him there, but able to keep it. Forsgren. Time continuing to tick away. Buechner. Cavill trying to feed in front. That denied, and it will be Skyridge, as that was last touch there by Ray on the defensive side. Inside 3.5 to go. Sent over, Cavill the shot. That might have hit off of the Skyridge player, and the chase won by Bevins. He and Don were both trying to track that down. Lone Peak deemed the closest. It will be night possession. Now Skyridge defensively got to get a turnover. Here's Seth Lambert. Long pole coming back, darted it loose. And we have a whistle, yeah. It is given here to Skyridge. 3 to go. Region championship. Here's Ward. Tevin to the middle. He'll shoot, and that sailed. Thanks to the stick check there, it'll be backed up safely by Butterfield. On the angle. Dane Lambert backing up. 2.5 to go in regulation. Lambert still with it here. Rotation. Sends to Buechner. Hard closeout. Extra pass on goal. Finished off there by Dylan Forsgren. Is Skyridge scoring back-to-back goals here in the fourth. It's a 1-goal game. 20 minutes ago, Cavill Buechner had the ball, and I said, this is the guy. And you gotta love a young man. He came in 48 goals, 39 assists. We talked about the top point man in 6A this year. But so many guys will be like, oh, that's my moment. And I love that Buechner there saying, hey, I can get this right back over to a guy I know can score in Dylan Forsgren. The unselfish play there, and Forsgren able to capitalize. As Skyridge winning the face-off here. And now coming ahead with Baird. Jackson lost it and kicked it to the corner. It is Lone Peak possession. And a series of unfortunate events there for Jackson Baird. Has it knocked loose, and he's trying to track it down, goes out off his feet. It's Lone Peak possession as we have 2 to play here in the fourth. Lone Peak able to come ahead. We will get a timeout taken. 1:45 left in this Region 3 championship. It's a 1-goal game. Don't go anywhere. We'll have the finish when we come back. Lone Peak possession, leading by 1. The Knights have not scored in this fourth quarter. They haven't needed to yet. Will it stay true that they won't need to? 90 seconds left. Fenton. Very strong here on possession. Drive loose and take it away. Ground ball. Hansen tries to gather for Skyridge. And we've got a whistle here. Did we get a timeout by the Falcons? Yes, we did. Timeout Skyridge.
Solid ball.
As they will have it with 1:14 left and a chance to tie. We'll be right back. Skyridge looking for their first region championship in program history here in girls lacrosse. They've got work to do here. 1:14 left, trailing 13-12. It's Falcon possession. Coming ahead is Buechner. Oh, and that pass. Well, that's what teammates are for, right there. Kept here by Butterworth. Or Butterfield, my apologies. Inside a minute. Butterfield back out to Cabell. Send over. Weaver, the shot in the goal. We're tied up. Dominic Weaver with his first goal of the night. Ties us up at 13 with 45 seconds left. Buechner with another dime and a heck of a finish for the junior Dominic Weaver.
So who's feeling dirty?
It's been a 3-0 fourth-quarter advantage for the Falcons as they've got momentum now on their side. First time we've been tied up since the early moments of the second quarter. And an ever-critical face-off here. That is won by Baird. Jackson Baird. Had it taken away. And we've got a whistle here. It will, I think, stay here with Skyridge. 33 seconds to go.
Get it up, let's go. Here we go.
We would go to overtime should we remain tied. Here's Weaver. They'll play back to X. On the angle, 15 seconds left. Here's Buechner. Weaver trying to shake the defense. Back again here to Forsgren, sends up top. Cabell, the shot in the lead! Cabell Buechner scoring with 5 seconds left. His fourth goal of the night. And could that be the region championship for Skyridge? We said he was the guy. He's been facilitating in this second half. But in the big moment, their big goal scorer rips one. And Skyridge now 5 seconds away from a Region 3 title. Final seconds coming off the board. The Falcons are your Region 3 champions.
Final score. Your Skyridge Falcons 14.
A top 5 matchup. A region title on the line. Huge seeding implications. And Skyridge led early. Trailed through the mid-portion of this game. But what was a 4-0 third quarter advantage for the home side and undefeated Skyridge Falcons delivers them a come-from-behind victory, a region championship, and a night that they will not forget as they defeat Lone Peak 14-13 here on KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week. So many different places we could go with our player of the game. We could talk about Tevin Ward, 4 goals. Could talk about Dylan Forsgren, he had 4 goals as well. Cabell Buechner had 3 in the first half. Ends up finding his guys in the second half as Skyridge puts that comeback together. And then your game winner with 5 seconds left delivers a region championship and keeps Skyridge undefeated. What a ball game. Thank you so much for joining us. For Austin Bigelow, my name is Dane Stewart. The Skyridge Falcons, your Region 3 champs after the 14-13 win.